Michael and Daniel Cullen were not just brothers, they were twins. And for a time, they were kings of their own underworld empire. Growing up in Liverpool, the Cullen twins learned early that money and respect could be taken, not earned. By their early 20s, they weren't just street dealers. They'd built a network that supplied cocaine and other drugs across the city. Their operation was slick, well-connected, and lucrative. In a few short years, the brothers were pulling in more than £300,000. That kind of money gave them everything they thought they wanted: fast cars, designer clothes, wild parties, and a reputation that made people step aside when they walked into a room. But power in the drug world is fragile. Every pound they earned put a target on their backs. Rival gangs watched their moves, and police quietly built files on them. Still, the Cullens believed they were untouchable. They were young, fearless, and addicted to the lifestyle. Then came the decision that would change everything. The brothers wanted more money, more status. And to get it, they looked beyond Liverpool, to Dubai. The glittering desert city where money seemed endless looked like the perfect place to expand. They weren't the first to have that idea. Dubai has long been a hub for criminals moving cash, drugs, and influence. But what the Cullen brothers didn't realize was that in chasing fortune abroad, they were walking straight into the jaws of something far more dangerous than anything they defaced at home. Not long after arriving in Dubai, the brothers found themselves in trouble. Accounts of what happened differ. Some say they crossed the wrong cartel. Others say they failed to pay a debt or tried to muscle in on another gang's operation. Whatever the truth, the result was the same. The twins were snatched off the streets and taken to a hidden torture cell. The men who once strutted through Liverpool's nightlife with cash spilling from their pockets were suddenly stripped of all power. In the cell, they were beaten, tied up, and brutalized. Hours turned into days. The Cullens begged, screamed, and pleaded, but the torment continued. For the first time, the brothers who ruled their small empire knew what it meant to be powerless. Back home in the UK, rumors swirled. Word spread that the Cullen twins had been captured. Some whispered it was revenge. Others said it was a warning to anyone who thought they could play games with the powerful traffickers who controlled the routes through. Dubai, the empire they had built, collapsed overnight. Associates cut ties, rivals moved in, and the Cullens' legacy turned from fearsome to pitiful. The details of their captivity made headlines. The same brothers once celebrated in their own circles as untouchable were now humiliated. Victims of the same violence they had once thrived on. And though they eventually survived the ordeal, their names would never again carry the same weight. For law enforcement, the Cullen brothers were proof that no criminal organization is bulletproof. For their rivals, they were an example of what happens when ambition outruns loyalty. And for their families, it was a devastating reminder that in the world of drugs and crime, the promise of wealth always carries a price. The Cullen brothers wanted to be kings. Instead, they became prisoners in a foreign cell, broken by the same underworld they once believed they controlled. Their story is a warning carved in blood and fear in the violent game of drugs. Nobody wins for long.